What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the off-season plans and goals for the Chicago Bulls, as a lot of them have spoken out about what they're planning to do in the recent coming weeks and days for the Chicago Bulls. Very interesting, some of the mindset and the attitude these players have taken, the approach that they decided to take as well. I'm very happy with some of the things that have come out about what the Bulls plan to do in the off-season, but also there are some players that I think should be taking it easy, taking a step back and trying to recover for next year. We'll just have to wait and see which players do what type of things. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bull Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls off-season plans. Are you happy with some of the things that have come out about certain players and what their goals and achievements are for the off-season? And obviously, what do you think other players will have to do in terms of injuries, which we'll be talking about first, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about Lonzo Ball first. I think it's absolutely crazy what's happening to Lonzo Ball at the moment. There still seems to be a lot of pain within his knee, and I think over the coming days he's going to go and see a specialist in terms of trying to figure out what is wrong with that knee, because at the end of the day, he's had the surgery, he's had the recovery time, he's had all the time necessary, but for whatever reason, Lonzo Ball is still in pain and that leg is still bothering him. Now, this is the perfect time to go see a specialist. This is the perfect time to go have another surgery. This is the perfect time for Lonzo Ball to find the best possible way to recover. He tried to obviously have that surgery before. He tried to come back in the season and it didn't work. And that's all we could really ask for. He gave his effort, he tried, and his knee is still bothering him. But it's just frustrating to see how no one seems to have an idea what's wrong with Lonzo Ball right now. No one. So I'm hoping the specialist can give us some sort of detail in the future, because it is the most frustrating player, in my opinion, to look at and say, this guy could have been such a massive difference. Obviously, we can't see that this season anymore. But if there's still going to be problems leading into next season as well, that's going to be really frustrating. So I hope the specialist could figure it out. I hope we could get the right things done with Lonzo Ball. But it looks like there could potentially be another surgery on the way in my eyes. And that's going to be beneficial for Lonzo Ball because he has all the time in the world now. It's a couple of months to get himself right. And we'll just wait and see how it goes. It's really frustrating though for Lonzo Ball. And Zach LaVine, I think Zach LaVine, it came out about Zach LaVine that he was actually playing at 50% for the season. And look, as much as I love Zach LaVine, and again, he's had a really underwhelming season in my eyes, and a lot of that is because of the injuries he's sustained to his thumb, his back, and his knee as well. It seemed like Zach LaVine was injury driven this whole year, and he's a warrior. You can't question that. You can question his IQ, you can question his ability or his talent, whatever you want to question. One thing you can't question is his ability to play through pain and to bring whatever he can to the Chicago Bulls team even when he's hurt. But at 50%, I think it would have been better for him to just sit out a little bit more than what he did. But unfortunately for Zach LaVine, he's going to have a surgery as well to recover. Now, of course, perfect time to do it. The end of the regular season, he missed Game 5 as well, and he has a lot of time to recover. And you know Zach LaVine is a very hard-working player, one of the most hard-working on this team, and he's going to have his off-season, I guess, training, and he's going to get better, he's going to get healthier, and that's all I can really ask for Zach LaVine. I'll make a video down the line on whether or not he deserves that max contract that he's probably going to get from the Chicago Bulls team. We'll talk more in depth about that at another time, but just assuming that he's going to be on this Bulls team this year, or next season I should say, the absolute best way for Zach LaVine is to get as healthy as possible, take the rest that he needs, and then obviously when the training comes towards his recovery, that's when he has to go extremely hard at it and just get as healthy as possible. These are the two players that are really upsetting. The fact that we couldn't see the best out of them all year. Zach LaVine playing with injuries, Lonzo Ball missing so much time. These two could have made a huge difference if they were both fully healthy. But regardless of that fact, what's done is done now, ladies and gentlemen. And now we've just got to move on into the next season, and hopefully they'll both be healthy and ready to go from the beginning. Looking at more off-season plans for the Chicago Bulls, ladies and gentlemen, DeMar DeRozan has talked about taking some players to LA for those 4 a.m. workouts that he got from Kobe Bryant. A lot of people are actually making fun of DeMar DeRozan for that fact that 4 a.m. workouts will do absolutely nothing for you. In my eyes, look, DeMar DeRozan's a veteran. He's one of the best players in the league. Obviously, his playoff performance was very underwhelming, and he has an extra element and an extra point to prove next year to prove that his playoff performance performances can be better than this year. So those 4 a.m. workouts and those workouts all day, those Kobe mentality type workouts, I think they'll work out very, very well. But for DeMar DeRozan, he's a proven veteran and he's done this all his career. What's going to help is the players that he invites into LA and allowing him to work out with DeMar DeRozan. So I'm talking mainly about Patrick Williams. That's the one that he spoke out about himself, and saying that he would take Patrick Williams out for those 4 a.m. training days in LA. And I think Patrick Williams, again, when we brought DeMar DeRozan into this season, into the Chicago Bulls team, Patrick Williams was the guy that I thought was truly going to benefit the most out of that, because he is that type of guy that will learn from DeMar DeRozan. He has the skill set to play very similar in the mid-range game, and obviously he has a three-point shot, he's got great defense, and now he's going to be playing with a proven veteran and training with a proven veteran to get better at his craft and to work on his game. Absolutely sensational. I love to hear that this Bulls team, some of this Bulls team, will be playing together in the offseason just to get a little bit more of that chemistry going for next year. Something else that I saw that was very interesting is Kobe White. Kobe White obviously has his game plan for next year. He wants to get stronger on both the lower body and the upper body so he can play a little bit more physical defense, and he wants to work on his ball handling. That's his off-season goals for Kobe White. Now, assuming Kobe White will also be here with the Chicago Bulls next year, I also like the fact that he could potentially be working out with Patrick Williams as well. He said those two are homies. They'll be training together as well. So that also brings an idea that Kobe White will probably also be joining DeMar DeRozan and Patrick Williams in those workout sessions. And again, you got to learn from the veterans. You got to learn from the players that have been there and done that before. He's been in the Eastern Conference Finals before, DeMar DeRozan. So I'm very, very happy to hear that once again, if Patrick Williams goes somewhere, there's a good likelihood that Kobe White will also be there as well, working out with Patrick Williams. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. And again, we'll wait and see how it works out and how it benefits us in the future, in the preseason, in the regular season, next season. All of these players, they seem to have the mindset of going back to work straight away. Maybe take that week off, take that week and a half off, and then go and train, go and get better, go and work on the summer. And I like that mentality. Obviously, not everybody should be taking that approach. Again, guys like Zach LaVine should be staying as far away from a court right now as possible. Same with Lonzo Ball. Those guys are doing the right things, resting, taking the proper requirements, having the surgeries necessary, and recovering. That's what they should be doing. But guys like Kobe White, that hasn't had the best season, get back to work. You got to work hard for next year. Same with guys like Patrick Williams, who recently just came back. Probably doesn't need that 1 week, 2 week break, because he only came back really at the end of the season. The rest of his year has been full recovery, so he probably doesn't need that week, 2 weeks off, so he could get back to work. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan, he has his routine. There's no need to question that. And Kobe White as well, very, very good to see. And Aidan DeSumo, he actually was the one that said he planned to take a week off and then get straight back to work as well. So look, these players clearly has had the effect of what it takes to fall out of the playoffs. I think this team feels very upset with how they performed in the playoffs, and they're taking the necessary requirements to try and stop that next season. I guess stop that from repeating itself next season. So I'm happy with these players' approaches. I'm happy that they're going to go straight back to work. The fact that they want to get back to business as soon as possible shows, in my opinion, a little bit of that winning mentality that we need. I can guarantee you not every team will be doing that, taking a week off and then going back to work. Of course, the best of the best players will do that. Players that obviously have a point to prove will do that, but not every player will do that. Not every player on this team will do that. So I like some of the mindset that these guys are taking, especially the young guys like Patrick Williams, like a Kobe White, and like a Aidan DeSumo, to go straight back to work as soon as possible and develop their game to become better next year. That's all you can really ask for from those young players. And obviously DeMar DeRozan leading by example, doing and taking these players under their wing. Can't ask for much more in my opinion, so I'm very, very happy with that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care.